tried to pick one thing. You really have. But something in you keeps pulling toward the next idea, the next skill, the next obsession. And every time you follow that pull, you feel guilty, like something is wrong with the way your mind works. But what if nothing is wrong with you? What if the advice you've been following was built for a different kind of mind, not yours? You know what it feels like to be called scattered, to start something with full conviction, and then feel the pull fade weeks later. Maybe you've learned 5 different skills. Read books on psychology, design, business, history, all in the same month. And yet, when someone asks, "What do?" you go quiet, because the honest answer doesn't fit in a sentence. The world rewards people who specialize. It gives them titles, credibility, a clear lane. And when you can't fit yourself into one lane, you start to believe you lack discipline. That belief is the real problem, not your curiosity. Here's what psychology actually says about you. Researcher Emily Wapnick coined a term for people like you, multipotentialites, people with many genuine interests and the capacity to go deep in more than one. This isn't a disorder, it's a cognitive profile, and history is full of them. Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, Nikola Tesla, none of them stayed in one lane, and none of them were broken. The question isn't how to fix your scattered mind. The question is, what does a scattered mind actually do better? Your brain has a structure called the default mode network. It activates when you're not focused on one thing, when you're wandering, connecting, imagining. Research shows that highly creative people have unusually strong connectivity in this network. They don't just think within a domain, they pull across domains. Think of it like this: a specialist builds deep wells, one well going straight down, but your mind builds bridges, connects what the specialist never sees. That cross-domain thinking is rare, and in a complex world, it's increasingly valuable. The brain that wanders widely often arrives somewhere no focused mind could reach. So how do you actually use this without staying stuck in chaos? 3 principles, each grounded in how your brain actually works. 1. Stop managing interests. Start connecting them. Your brain builds meaning through pattern recognition, not isolation. When you force one interest at a time, you cut off the connective tissue that makes you genuinely original. Instead, ask, where do 2 of my interests overlap? That overlap is your edge. A person who knows psychology and design sees things a pure designer never will. 2. Replace niche with through line. Neuroscience shows the brain organizes information around narratives. So don't niche down. Find the underlying theme that runs through everything you care about. Not, I like writing and psychology and business, but I understand how people make decisions. That through line becomes your identity, and it's far more powerful than a label. 3. Use seasons, not commitments. Dopamine, the brain's drive chemical, peaks at novelty and drops with repetition. Scattered people aren't undisciplined. They're dopamine sensitive. Work in focus seasons, 60 to 90 days deep in one thing, then rotate. This matches your neurological rhythm instead of fighting it. Here's the mental model to carry with you. Think of yourself not as a specialist, but as a translator. Specialists speak one language fluently. You speak several, and you can move between them. The world needs more translators, people who understand enough of multiple worlds to make them talk to each other. That's not scattered, that's synthesis. And synthesis is one of the highest cognitive functions a human mind can perform. You were never the problem. The framework you were handed was just too small. Your curiosity was never a flaw to manage. It was intelligence looking for a bigger container. So stop trying to pick one thing. Start building the thing that holds everything. The jack of all trades quote has a second half the world forgot. Master of none, though oftentimes better than master of one.